Top 20 biggest space missions of this decade Part 2. Hello everyone. Here is a look at what's to come as we continue to explore the vast expanse of the cosmos. As in the previous video, we already showed you the 10 biggest space mission of this decade. That video was a Part 1. And this video is Part 2. So if you haven't watched Part 1 of this topic, then watch that first. Click on the I button. The link to the video is also in the description. Go watch that video for Part 1 first, then come to this video for Part 2. This is Justin and you are watching Infiniti Topmost. Today we're counting down our picks for the rest of top 20 biggest space mission of this decade. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Our countdown starts from Number 10. SpaceX's first moon tourism trip, 2023. Japanese entrepreneur, designer, and art curator Yusaku Misawa will be the company's first private passenger to fly around the moon on the company's future massive rocket, the Big Falcon rocket, BFR. Misawa plans to fly on the trip as early as 2023, and he wants to take artists with him to turn the entire ride into an art project called Number Dear Moon. Recently, however, Misawa revealed that he's broke, so it remains to be seen whether or not he'll be able to stick to the plan and make the trip. It is also not clear what training the person selected will have to go through. However, astronauts including previous space tourists have had to go through a vigorous training program in order to be qualified to fly for space, which can be demanding. Number 9. OsirisRex's Asteroid Sample Return, 2023. The OsirisRex is a NASA ongoing asteroid study and sample return mission. The OsirisRex mission, which launched in 2016 to visit the asteroid Bennu, is expected to return a 2.1-ounce sample of the rocky body back to Earth by 2023. The spacecraft reached Bennu in November 2018 and returned a number of stunning images of the asteroid. These celestial objects are remnants of the formation of the solar system and could have brought the building blocks of life to Earth. Scientists are hopeful we can use these samples to learn about the origins of life here on our home planet. The spacecraft will depart Bennu in March 2021 for the journey back to Earth. OsirisRex will arrive back home in September 2023 and will drop a return capsule, which will parachute into the Utah desert. The spacecraft will then move into a stable orbit around the Sun. Number 8. NASA's Artemis mission to the Moon, 2024. NASA announced that they plan to send the first woman and the next man back to the Moon by 2024 through the Artemis lunar exploration program. The Artemis mission will take astronauts to the lunar South Pole to learn more about the availability of resources, such as water, and test vital technology that will prove useful during future missions to Mars. Another goal will be to, see how the human body endures long-term space missions. They'll fly in the Orion spacecraft, which will be powered by the agency's SLS rockets. The astronauts going for the Artemis program will wear newly designed spacesuits called Exploration Extravehicular Mobility Unit, or XEMU. These spacesuits feature advanced mobility and communications and interchangeable parts that can be configured for spacewalks in microgravity or on a planetary surface. In essence, it's practice for Mars. Are you excited? Number 7. Jacques takes a trip to the Martian moons, 2025. Mars' twin moons may soon get a visitor. We've never landed anything on Phobos and Deimos. In March 2025, the Japanese space agency, Jacques' Martian moons, the exploration probe, will enter Mars orbit before moving on the Phobos to collect particles with a simple pneumatic system. The last attempt to nab a sample of Phobos was Russia's Phobos Grunt mission in 2011, which failed in low Earth orbit. If successful, the spacecraft will return to Earth 5 years later, hopefully shedding light on whether Mars moons are captured asteroids or the result of devastating planet impacts. Knowing how the makeup of these moons will tell us more about how our solar system formed, but could also come in handy for future crewed missions to Mars. Number 6. The Extremely Large Telescope fires up, 2025. Some of the most interesting space projects are still happening right here on Earth. The Extremely Large Telescope, ELT, is an astronomical observatory currently under construction. Named the ELT for Extremely Large Telescope, this revolutionary new ground-based telescope concept will have a 39-meter main mirror and will be the largest optical near-infrared telescope in the world. When completed at its location in Chile, the ETL will be the largest telescope in the world, able to gather 13 times more light than today's most powerful space-gazing telescopes. This astronomical observatory has the ELT, the world's biggest eye on the sky. Number 5. The U.S. habitat arrives at the Lunar Gateway, 2025. NASA's Gateway, a cis-lunar orbital space station in conjunction with other international partners, will be an ongoing project throughout the 2020s. That lunar orbital space station is envisioned as a collection of modules, including habitats, an airlock, and a power and propulsion unit. NASA calls it the Gateway. But once the U.S. habitat is delivered to space the station in 2025, the real science begins. Current designs allow for 4 astronauts on board the space station at the same time, and a litany of proposed lunar landers will make the Gateway a hive of space-based activity and a possible stepping stone to Mars. Number 4. NASA glimpses Psyche for the first time, 2026. The Psyche mission is a journey to a unique metal asteroid orbiting the Sun between Mars and Jupiter. What makes the asteroid Psyche unique is that it appears to be the exposed nickel iron core of an early planet, one of the building blocks of our solar system. As we cannot see or measure Earth's core directly, Psyche offers a unique window into the violent history of collisions and accretion that created terrestrial planets. Launching in 2022, the mission will take 4 years to reach its destination, but once there, it will conduct groundbreaking science while delivering images that further illuminate our solar system. Number 3. NASA's Dragonfly mission to Titan, 2026. This highly anticipated mission to Saturn's icy moon, Titan. The rotorcraft is scheduled to launch in 2026 and is expected to arrive at Titan in 2034, when it will begin to study the moon's wide variety of environments. Because Titan's atmosphere is so dense 4 times that of Earth, Dragonfly will be able to carry its entire science payload to different locations around the ocean world for the 2.7-year mission. Titan has been likened to an early Earth analog, so scientists hope that the mission will inform our understanding of how life evolved here on our home planet. Number 2. ESA's JUICE Explorer arrives at Jupiter, 2029. This probe from the European Space Agency will not explore 1 but 3 moons of Jupiter: Ganymede, Callisto, and Europa, as well as the gas giant itself. Once it makes its 7-year journey after launch in 2022, the probe will enter the Jupiter system, but it will take another 4 years before it reaches orbit around Ganymede in 2033. The focus of JUICE is to characterize the conditions that may have led to the emergence of habitable environments among the Jovian icy satellites, with special emphasis on the 3 ocean-bearing worlds, Ganymede, Europa, and Callisto. Ganymede is identified for detailed investigation since it provides a natural laboratory for analysis of nature, evolution, and potential habitability of icy worlds in general, but also because of the role it plays within the system of Galilean satellites and its unique magnetic and plasma interactions with the surrounding Jovian environment. Galileo would be proud. Number 1. NASA mission to Mars, 2030. For several years, Mars exploration advocates have proposed human missions to Mars, either to orbit the planet or land on its surface. Technically, the date for this mission is a year outside of our decade timeline, but we deemed it was worth a mention. NASA is aiming to send people to Mars by 2030, at the earliest. A habitable settlement will await the first crew before they depart Earth. NASA has a plan that features 5 phases for traveling to Mars and has issued a transport plan outlining an effort that expands human presence deeper into the solar system through a sustainable human and robotic spaceflight program that could help astronauts survive on Mars. The whole world will watch and experience this journey. We are all explorers. Everyone, including you, can participate in space exploration. This can be your mission to Mars. Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments section and subscribe for new videos every day. Thanks for watching Infiniti.